Hey, you. Come here. You're pissing me off. Your inability to control your mental illness and these crazy ideas that you have are irritating. But guess what? I accept that you are who you are. I accept that you are where you are. And I commence to move forward and leave you there. You want to be seen as a truth seeker. But the only thing you're looking for is drama, control, money, pussy, power, dick. You want to be seen as honest, but every word out of your mouth has been a fabrication or lie, whether a little white lie or a very big, egregious, destructive lie. You want to have the Midas touch, but everything that you touch falls apart. It breaks apart. It withers. It dies. It shrivels. It shreds. It regresses. It forgets. You want to be seen as the one, but you're not even a number 5. You haven't even learned how to prioritize yourself. That's why you have spent the last, 7 years trying to fucking defame me, trying to destroy my reputation, trying to discredit my spiritual journey. There is no reward in the universe that can commensurate the journey more than me celebrating with my ancestors for the achievements. I don't need anything, but the world is mine because I'm doing the work. And you're mad because the world is mine, because you watched me do the work, because you pushed me to do the work, because you're trying to steal the journey and the reward from me by destiny swapping, by lying, huh? The death and the destruction that you resonate with is something that I've healed another lifetime. It's something that I already have as armor. What you are, I have already defeated lifetimes ago. You can't hurt me except for my feelings, except for the fact that, hey, I just tried to love you. That hurts. But you can't destroy me. You can't take from me. You can't steal from me. You can't break me down. You can only hurt my feelings because I feel as part of this human experience, which is bullshit, but I feel. But I never felt until I had kids, but something with my kids made me feel. So now I feel, and I haven't stopped feeling, and I don't like it, but I do, and I can deal with it. But that's all you can do is make me feel, and I'll cry. I cry when I know the truth, and I cry when I know you're lying. I cry. It's because I'm releasing. If you bring me to tears, you are finished. For not just this moment, not just the conversation. I am literally cleansing you from my DNA. That's what the fucking shed is. I shed it out my eyes. So if I've cried for you, whether you know it or not, I'm done. You don't exist. And if you continue to keep coming into my experience, knowing that in my life, my heart, my DNA, you don't exist, you're just going to lose. You're going to keep losing. And you're going to keep going backwards. And you're going to keep on receiving the shit you're sending me. Now, I can't even understand how the hell, well, I do understand I've mastered the art of energy because of this. So if you really brought anything to my life, if you want credit for building anything in my life, you helped me to understand energy. That's about it. You helped me to confirm what I already knew. You helped me to remember what I struggled to remember. You didn't do any fucking thing for me. I did the work. You did nothing but try to traumatize me. You did nothing but vibrate in your lowest frequency. You did nothing for me. You showed me what I don't want. You showed me who I will never be. You showed me who does not deserve a seat at my table. So I've kept my mouth shut, and I watched you motherfuckers level up. I watched all these tarot readers on YouTube make money on my fucking pain and my story. I watched all these readers pretend to be me while discrediting me and ignoring me. All the videos that I just released in the last month have already been released over the last several years. Me crying out and telling my fucking story of what these maniacal pieces of shit are doing to me. You've heard it all before, but nobody wanted to listen to it because you can't get through the fucking top layer of my amazing creativity and the way that I chose to share my story and how fucking amazing I am. That's not my problem. That's yours. Yours. Take it back, bitch. That's your shit. That's yours. I am sitting here and I'm able to go into, because I've learned how to hemi-sync and I've learned how to do different things with the psyche, and I've always been, and because it's ingrained in me, psychology is something that my family, we are masters of for many generations, and it's something I've come by naturally. I can just look at you, don't know you, and I can size you up from fucking head to toe. I can tell you everything that traumatizes you. I can tell you everything that's wrong with you, and I can tell you everything that's running through your fucking mind. And I can tell you what you're going to do next. And I can tell you everything, too, by the people who are around you. I'm gifted. So when I tell you some things for your benefit, you don't have to listen to me. But you will pay. And I'll be blessed because I warned you. And you'll be cursed because you didn't listen. And that's not my problem. That's yours. And responsibility falls on you, your shoulders, not mine. You trying to push karma on somebody who fucking saved you, who came to save you, is the most maniacal thing I've even heard of. How did you even conceptualize of something so disgusting? Almost everything that you have, I mean, I sit here and I listen to the conversation. I have not seen the group chats. I know that I've seen them in ether. Group chats, websites, dark shit on the web, dark web. Okay, a lot of shit. Fucked up memes that you're manifesting to tell lies on me. Kudos on your manifesting ability, but the lies don't substantiate my character, my true character. And you have literally laid down your fucking life to discredit my character, but I got mad because you pissed me the fuck off. And if it was legal to do some of the things that you've done to me, I would, ooh. If I could get away with it, oh yeah. Sign me up for the fucking military. Oh yeah. I got a really long fucking list. And I would. There's something so dark in me that you gave birth to that is capable of that. But I don't resonate with that energy. That's who you are. And that's your shadow energy inside of me trying to trigger that something dark inside of me. That is not real. It's a defensive mechanism. It's something and someone that doesn't live and exist inside of me. It's something in someone that exists behind, around, and aside, and in front of me to protect me. Because I'm pure, and I'm right, and I come from the heart, and I speak the truth. And for you to try to fucking put what you did yesterday, my notes are in the other room, and I don't want to get up, but let me try to remember. We started with about 10 o'clock, 10:30 something. I pulled the curtain back from the living room window. I was already up. I wasn't just getting up. I've been up for hours, but I was just peeping out the window. But something said, go to the window. But I grabbed the curtain and made it so obvious from the other side that I had arrived to the window that if somebody was watching, obviously they'd see. And that is exactly what happened. There was a red Chrysler minivan, or a maroon Chrysler minivan, parked right there, and I didn't recognize that van. And as soon as I moved that curtain, all of a sudden they took off. I said, oh, shit. I went to go get my phone so I get the tag, and they were gone. So, like a little fucker, I don't have your tag number. Otherwise, I'd be turning that in this morning. But if you come back, I'll probably, don't come back. You won't like it. Okay? You won't like it. Okay? So that was the first thing. And then throughout the day, I said, ooh, so they're watching. So I said, okay, let me see exactly what are these dumbasses up to? What's the plan for today? And so I just tapped in for a minute and a half. And then I just saw it's the same shit. These people are freaking out. They're losing everything. And the police are coming after Joyce. And she's sending people. And everybody's freaking out. So they're going to come and try to do whatever they want to do. You know, if you want to come apologize to me, and it was 12:12 when I said that, which is the number of separation. If you want to come apologize to me because you're busted, this is not the way to do it. You have stalked me for, 5-6 years? Harassed me? You have done all kind of fucking crazy shit here. You got the whole goddamn community in my fucking very neighborhood, right around the immediate perimeter of my home. Everybody's in on it. And I don't give a fuck. Because you can't see in here. And if you can hear in here, there ain't nothing going on. Me talking to my dogs. Enjoy the conversation if you can hear it. But you are relentlessly trying to pursue that information, which is my privacy. What happens in my house is my business. You're not here. You're not invited. You're not a guest. You're not a resident. You're not a friend. You're not an associate. You're not even a part of my neighborhood or community. You come into my neighborhood and community and turn my neighborhood and my community against me because you're crazy and you want to be me. Joyce Love, you fucking psycho. And David Brown, you fucking psycho. And all of your people, you're fucking psycho. And then you showed up yesterday after I noticed the minivan, the maroon minivan, a whole fucking line of cars, a black, really pretty sports car, a white Jeep showed up. You just keep coming back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. And an old broken down white, what was that, a Ford, what do you call that, a Ford? Oh, God. I used to like that car. Ford something. I can't think of it. That one has been here before. And that is related to the people next door. So, you know, I saw what you were doing. You saw me, I saw you. But this wasn't just yesterday. This is every fucking day. Every fucking full moon. Every fucking new moon. Every fucking quarter moon. Oh, you fucking crazy? Do you see it yet? Because I think you are. And I think everybody can see it now. I think everybody knows how fucking crazy you are now. I think everybody's tired of your lies. I think everybody's tired of the crazy shit that you've been doing. And I know I have revealed a lot of shit. And I just turned in a package. I turned in 2 packages of a lot of shit that you've done. And I sat here and I said, oh my God, I forgot to write this. And this is important. And holy shit, I can't believe I left that out. There's a whole nother list of things that I left out that you have done to me. Just because you don't like how fucking amazing I am. And I showed up in your neighborhood. I showed up in your city. I showed up in your community. 1515. Do you know how fucking crazy this is? So, if you were hired, paid, approached, or whatever to do this shit to me, you could only even come into this agreement out of jealousy. So that's your problem. I'm fucking talking to you. You are sick. You are jealous and you are envious. And that's your problem, not mine. Stop projecting that shit on me. I am fucking amazing. That is how God made me. That is how I am wired. And that is how I will remain. Do you hear me? Everything I produce is amazing. If I'm not 100% accurate, I give 100% of my best towards accuracy. And I'm willing and teachable. I'm willing and able to learn and continue to grow. That is 1,000% better than you. 1,000% better than you. And I don't have to do anything but sit here and be me to be 1,000 times better than you. You have tried to sabotage me. You hacked my fucking Choose Pure Love email account. And what you saw in that account, it didn't even hurt you. It didn't even stop you. I saved people's lives. There were young ladies in there begging me to help them. They had lost their way. They had no self-esteem. They couldn't even lift their head. And they wanted to end their lives. They wanted to just end their lives. And nobody knew nothing. It was nobody's business. But I mentored these girls. And guys, some of them were grown men. Some of them were grown men who looked up to be my granddaddy. And I mentored these people. I just loved them to life with whatever I had. I didn't care about being 1,000% accurate. I cared about giving 1,000% of me, which was God. I was channeling God and giving it to you. Because I have access. You don't. You only operate in the lower Dacia. You tried to force me to become a Freemason. And you initiated me, not knowing I have a past life initiation. I am a past life founder. I helped found the fucking Freemasonry energetically. And this is who I am. Screenshot that bitch. I always have been and always will be a Rosicrucian. I don't give a fuck about power and money. I care about feeding my soul and feeding yours. All of the people I served in that email account. The evidence was there. But you hacked my email account to try to prove me a fucking fraud. And you interrupted God's work. And I don't know how to contact these girls. I don't know nothing because it was private. It was so sacred, so secret. It was all in that email. And I didn't share nothing with nobody. I don't have access to them girls, and them girls have been left and abandoned by me because of you. And anything that comes into their life and takes them off of their path because of the damage you did, you have to take that karma, you understand? You hurt people trying to hurt me because you were jealous of how amazing I am. You try to hurt my children. You're still trying to hurt my children. You try to hurt my family. You try to destroy my family. You. And you have to pay. You have to pay for it. Because not only did you do this as a sick, overt narcissist, you bred a society of malignant, covert, and overt narcissists who work underneath you to do your dirty work. So Joyce and David, these are the little shit stains on the fucking bottom of the totem pole. Okay? I bet because you're such a sadomasochist that, I'm probably, my little bit of eyewitness probably does excite you. But guess what? That's okay. Because for every excited emotion you have in regards to my pain, your bloodline and your legacy, your lineage, every aspect of what you could be, would be, are, is, and were is indebted to me. To me. Me. So I should sit here and really cry. But I don't have that much feelings or emotions. My tears are for the girls who just think I abandoned them. You will burn in hell for that. And to those girls, I think they, understand by now. I did publicly announce that my email was hacked, but I wanted you to feel the magnitude of what you interrupted. Okay? If you wanted to fucking know what the fuck I do in my personal life, buy me some cameras. Buy me some cameras. I don't have really nice equipment. I work with what I have. I have old shit that works really well for me, and it's not enough to do what you want because I do what I do. So if you want more from me, support me, motherfucker. Don't fucking try to destroy me so that you can consume me. Because you consume. She said consume the same time I did. Consume. Double synchronicity. You're trying to fucking eat me alive. But you can't eat me alive. I'm not food. I produce food. Do you understand? I produce food for the soul. I feed souls. So you can't eat me. I'm a source generator. I am something you will never, ever be. Never. As long as you vibrate on this frequency. But guess what? You haven't hurt me that much. And guess what? You've done some crazy shit. But guess what? I'm so fucking much bigger than you. So much better than you. That guess what? I still have compassion for you. So guess what? I want you to hang on to this. There's hope. There's hope for you. God is not going to redeem you. No, that's not going to happen. God is not listening to you. You are cut off from source. God is not going to acknowledge you. I don't care how much you beg, plead, cry. You are on your own. Because I don't show you what I'm doing doesn't mean I'm in here doing shit in the fucking dark. My mission is between me and God. It ain't got a motherfucking thing to do with you two. And it damn sure ain't got a damn thing to do with you. I don't want material things. I want what I need to be comfortable and enough to share to make sure everybody else is comfortable. I don't like things that are too harsh on the environment. I'm not materialistic. I don't give a fuck about shit. Shit can be left. Shit can be broken. Shit can be destroyed. Shit can be stolen. Shit is shit. I could have bought an amazing sports car. No, I bought a very economical car. And I'm so glad I did because all of the stuff that you've done to sabotage my car, that bitch is still ticking. It's like energy. Just hold it together. Like that car is not going to. I don't care how many spells or trackers or nails and screws and all the shit that y'all keep doing to fucking Wow, man. The amount of plotting and planning and energy that you've put into trying to sabotage me so that people don't see me, it only makes people see who you are. And that's I know that's a narcissistic nightmare, is for the narcissist to understand that people see them. Guess what? Boo boo. They see you. They see you. They see all of you. Because all I did was step into my purpose. I loved a man who played games on me. And when I saw that he was playing games, I freed myself. I freed myself to another man who played games on me. I stayed to myself. I healed that shit. I freed myself. I never looked for nobody. They come to me. These energies that come to me, people just keep coming to me, trying to claim me. You're mine. You're my girl. You're mine. I'm courting you. I'm cuffing you. And never again. Never again. Everybody who ever claimed me never did nothing but hold me back. Fuck you all. I don't want no friends. I don't want no family. I don't want nobody. I got me, and I got that connection. So I can go out there and love everybody. And if you don't understand that, sit down and shut the fuck up and get out of my way. Because you're hurting people and you're interfering with God's work. And the situation that you're in is only going to get worse. Because guess what? Everybody sees the truth about you now. I forgive myself for having to cry out. I forgive myself for having to lose the purpose of this channel to allow this warfare to come in here and interrupt my journey. But it was purposeful. It was meant to be. It was all part of the plan. But to the girls that I abandoned, man, you know that I didn't abandon you. You know that. And I know that you don't feel safe reaching out to me because you haven't even come back. Even when I released a new email address, you didn't come back. And I'm sorry. And there's nothing I can do because I don't have your email, because I didn't duplicate that information. I kept it so private. I protected you with everything that I had. And I was still compromised. Because they're so jealous. They're so envious. And they're so afraid of my power. They're so afraid of me telling on them. They're so afraid of me exposing who they are that they tried to stop. They tried to kill me and my children using spell work. And someone has had the audacity from down the street to shoot at my door. But thank God the dumbass can't see. Not one shot hit my house or me. But it hit the pole right next to me. So, and that pole on their property, where it kind of belongs, magnetically. So I was like, okay, I'm cool with it. Let me just get in the house and be safe. Because I know this is not going to transpire. I know no weapon formed against me will prosper. But I know, confirmation, but I know, and it says 945 people like this template. But I know I can't stop the weapon from prospering. That's not my battle. That's not my war. But it will not prosper against me. But you've risen up against me in many different narcissistic denominations, from the top tier, from the worst to the least worst. And you formed a coalition against me, including my children, my family, friends, co-workers, even my channel constituents, people from my environment, clientele that I used to serve, $1 million, $1 billion clients that were friends, friendly, family to me, have been cohesed, I guess you could say, into that group against me. And all of those people are the same people I've loved to life. I've saved, I've helped, I've healed, I've served. So how the fuck did y'all listen to this shit? How the fuck did you believe this shit? How the fuck did you resonate with that? How the fuck did you allow your feelings to turn against me? How the fuck did you sit silent while I was being abused and I was calling out and asking for help and making these damn videos? You couldn't get over my creativity because you're so insecure and so jealous. You could not even get over my creativity, that you couldn't even see that I was begging for help, that I was crying out, that I was under attack. I had to do a second cycle. I'm not even feeling this shit. I'm healing from wanting to everybody. I wanted to just say fuck the spiritual journey, and I basically told, I had a staff meeting, And I said, I love you all. I'm not coming back. This shit is over. I'm mad. And I got dressed and I armored myself. And I was going to let it go. And I realized, oh, wait a minute. This is what they want. This is what they want. And that would betray myself. And that is what I'm not willing to do. And I put my stuff down and I took my jackets off and I said, oh, wow. I know who I am and I know what I'm capable of. If I wanted to hurt you, if I wanted to retaliate, if I wanted to punish you, if I wanted to give you this back, I am so in my power. I would enjoy the slicing and I would enjoy it in a really sick way. I would enjoy killing everyone involved. But guess what? There's no love in that. So I can't. The love in me is greater. I sat down and I shut the fuck up and I said, nope, breathe it out. Breathe it out. And I calmed my demon. My demons don't rule me. I know their names. We talk. And I sit them down. Because there is nothing greater than the force of love. And unfortunately for you, your demons speak a lot louder than the voice of love because you didn't qualify to experience my love. Because the exposure that you had to it made you become this person. And so you got minimal exposure. And so you may never in this lifetime have the opportunity to have this kind of love in your life. You may never know it. But you have, I think it was 2 weeks ago, you were somewhere in a group chat saying I was smoking meth when you were in my house and energetically fucking breaking into my house. I was sitting here rolling a blunt. I quit smoking weed. I was like, okay, I don't even know how to do that shit. I don't even know how to do that, what you did. You know, that's cool. But I don't smoke meth, baby. You need to fucking clean your eyes out. Or what was it, meth? Something like that. That's what I heard. I think it was meth. So I quit. I quit not for that. I quit for my daughter. I quit for my daughter so I can clear up my messages. But I never really smoked whole weed. You know, I like to smoke weed with herbs. And I've been doing that for about like 25, almost 30 years. And people make fun of me. Now I see people doing it as a fucking fad. Adding rosemary. So let me, rosemary is one of my favorite. Red rose leaves is one of my favorite. White rose leaves, if you're doing a cleansing, is one of my favorites. Demonia is another one. It's really good to help with detoxing and helping to clear up the lungs and the coughing, the throat and everything. Also, mullein is another one. Blue lotus is another one I use. I have some stuff right here. I love to crush ginkgo, Egyptian blue lotus. But, you know, I still have the flowers and the herbs, but I got rid of the weed. I cut the habit. And so last week I did a little bit of jonesing and freaking out and looking for roaches and then I'm over that. I'm good. You know what I mean? But the invasion of privacy that you've done, I can't even fucking roll a blunt in my own home without you fucking going out in the community with some bullshit. Fuck you. That is proof of how psychotic you are. It is proof. It's absolute proof of how absurdly psychotic you are. I have every right to smoke, first of all. It's free. Second of all, I've been smoking since I was what? 9 years old. 9 years old. Probably a little earlier. Cigarettes since I was 6. I don't smoke cigarettes. But I've been smoking weed since I was 9. So I'm not a weed head. I don't fuck for weed. I don't negotiate for weed. If I can't buy it, I don't have it. I don't. It's not a controller. I'm not hooked. The minute I start acting weird, like I need more, I tell myself, "You're acting weird. Calm the fuck down," and I get off of it. I don't like anything controlling me. But I do need to be numbed a little bit or relaxed, and sometimes it helps me with the grounding. And I also like to incorporate the other herbs into it. So I'm not really smoking to get high. I'm smoking. I like to smoke. I like the behavior, and yes, the cannabinoids do help. That's something I enjoy. So you heard it straight from the horse's mouth, and I am the fire horse. That's me, baby. You heard it straight from the horse's mouth. I don't do any other drugs. I don't drink. Occasionally, I have a drink. Occasionally, and I work with vodka a lot because I make a lot of medicinal herbs and medicines. So these people have been relentlessly going through my garbage and my recycling, and I don't know what stories they tell, but yeah, you'll find vodka bottles in my garbage. Probably once every 4 or 6 months, you'll see. It might be a whole week. You'll find a lot of empty vodka bottles because that means I'm in here making medicine. And they take this information and they've gone and spread all kind of fucking rumors and lies and shit, discrediting me. I'm a shaman. I'm a healer. There's herbs around me all the time. This cactus. I bet you don't even know what the fuck to do with cactus powder. I bet you haven't got a fucking clue. Look at the sage mix. There's herbs around me all the time. Look at this. Look at this. I'll go and pick from the trees. I'm in here doing what? I'm in here doing what? What did you tell people? What did you tell people? Because I've lost my friends, family, my community, employers, coworkers have flipped the script and started doing all kind of crazy shit and plotting against me. Because of your fucking lies, because of your spiritual violations, because you are psychotic. And the eyes that you look through are broken. They're broken and they're discolored. Rose-colored glasses. You do not see straight. You couldn't tell the difference between a tray of marijuana and a fucking tray of meth. I've never seen a tray of meth in my whole life, so I couldn't tell you what it might look like. But I'm sure a tray of marijuana looks a lot fucking different. You are so disrespectful. And I bet you forgot to mention all the herbs that were there. There was more of this than marijuana. I bet you forgot to mention that. Listen. Everybody knows. Everybody knows how crazy you are. I can't sing. I never said I could. Everybody knows how crazy you are. It's over. It's over, boo. It's over. You are an extreme manipulator, an extreme narcissist, an extreme psychopath. The 41 when I said that. You are extremely involved in the lowest vibrations of frequencies that I've ever encountered in my entire life. And, I got a lot to share, but the last couple of days I've been, I've been taking care of business, to make sure that you're never able to do this again. And, you're going to have to take responsibility. You don't have to do it today, and you don't have to do it tomorrow. You might have to rot in prison for about 50 to 75 years before, you're ready to take responsibility. You might never, want to take responsibility, and that's okay. And honestly, I support that. That's your choice. Do what you got to do. But I'm going to I am going to tell you, I'm going to tell you what. I do hope that you figure it out, because you ain't taking from this cookie anymore. This cookie's too sweet. This cookie don't crumble. This cookie's very moist. It's perfect. It's very, very perfect. And you can't have none. And your cookie, my dear, it crumbles. It's crumbled. Yeah, it crumbled. And now everyone can see the crumbs. They can see what you're made of on the inside. They can see that you're dry and crusty and crunchy and cracky and you couldn't even hold it together. You're a fake. You're a fraud. And the fact that you had the audacity to come over here yesterday and gang stalk me like that, it proves that I'm right. I don't even need to prove that I'm right, because I'm trusting and I'm believing that there's someone out there with integrity. I'm trusting and I'm believing that there's someone who's turning in evidence. I've gotten signs and synchronicities and indicators that there is. Okay? Sorry about that. And so at this time, I would like to say thank you to my secret hidden helpers. I see some of you in spirit, and some of you are, ooh, this is so hard for me to say. I've had to grow up. Okay, I have had to grow up a little bit with this, because maybe a natural response to protect my journey. Like, hey, this is my story. Get out of my business. Mind your business. But, the fact that it is my story, but we are going through a similar issue collectively, and we are experiencing this collectively. It does make me feel a little bit defensive, but I did have to grow in that area. I had to grow in that area to get to where I'm about to say right now. And thank you. Thank you to all the the divine spiritualists who are truly connected to the same source that I'm connected to, that have been able to be used by source, by the quantum field, and to be able to act in angelic guidance. There was a very small period of time in the beginning where, of course, I had to learn the discernment. And that was a very short period of time because I'm very graciously versed in discernment. Um, and so I didn't struggle with that, and it didn't hurt for long, but I did like I got a little misdirected for maybe about 2 to 3 months, listening to the wrong information or wrong people. And then I started to recognize what I needed to do to filter things out. And we can go over that in an alchemy lesson at another time. I can create a workshop, or we can do an alchemy class on that. The technique that I created to implement the discernment kind of makes the discernment do the work for me. And then I get this resounding. So I'll leave it at that. Like I said, we're going to talk about it another time, but I take that information and I move forward. And it led me, it led my small circle to diminishing into really just me and God for quite a long period of time. And then I watched everybody that was for a small period of time being supportive and thought that they were being divinely guided. But a lot of them were being, or thought they were being divinely guided, or instrumental because they thought they were solving their own crime. These people were thinking that this was their story, their testimony. I even watched Stephanie P. Smith post a video about, and she's just really, oh God. She posted a video about, it was a short about the Queen of England. That's my story. Like, you are so heavily monitoring my energy that you're literally making my story your story. And I had to cut her off like a long time ago and show disinterest in the channel. And it's like she's still popping up on my feed, energy harvesting off of me, trying to be the true divine feminine. You have your purpose, you have your role. Step into your purpose, step into your role. But you have to have discernment. Everybody's story is not your story. And my story is not everybody else's story. And I had to walk away from explaining myself, from even proving myself, from even crying out for help, because so many people were trying to claim my story for their story that I just said, you know what? I'm just going to sit here and play stupid. Where's my phone? Hold on, let me grab my phone. Okay, okay, so let me see. These people have tried to destroy my property. They've tried to have me discriminated against. They've tried to have me absolutely kind of like exiled in my own neighborhood. So I wanted to grab my phone just to see that kind of, I had to go before this because this has been really energy draining, but I started posting like really stupid stuff. And that was before. Okay. And that was just exposing basically the people next door. So making people believe that I was paying attention to the really small things, but I wasn't. I was just getting that off of my head, like clearing space. So you don't even have the intelligence to think like I think, and you actually try to come up against me. Because you're embarrassing. And I'm embarrassed that I allowed people like you into my environment and into my life. And I thought that I could, I forgive myself for this too, because I really thought that I could just love everybody, but you can't. And I didn't know that. But in Miami, I was 30 years in Miami, and I never encountered this. And I did feel spiritual warfare, but it was so far removed from me, but I could see it, but it didn't affect me. It didn't affect me. It didn't affect me until it didn't encroach upon my energy until maybe about a year before I left Miami. And then the warfare was so prevalent, I couldn't help but to notice it. So I had to purge my mind and my energy of the small shit that doesn't mean anything, which is some of the content that you might see, right? Oh, she's stupid. She doesn't know what she's talking about. She doesn't have any gifts. She's making it up. Nope, just buying some time. Just buying some time. I'm actually quite genius. I'm extremely creative. And if I wasn't, there'd be no grounds for your jealousy or envy. Hello? Can we start there? And then moving forward, let's get rid of that. And then moving forward, so it wasn't a dream or a vision or an apparition. I'm not really sure what it was. I don't remember. It was somewhere around 2013, 15ish, 16ish, maybe 16ish, 17ish, just before I left Miami, I had given permission. I worked with God and a few angels. I had asked for help. Um, and God said, what do you want? I'll give you anything you want. And I said, I need angels. Bring me some angels. And so we had a meeting, and there were a few angels, and they asked me what did I want? And I said, I need this and this and this and this and this. And another time, an angel came back and said, I have a solution. And he brought me to a movie theater. And I sat in a movie theater with Empress Bella. What is her name? She has 2 channels. I don't, she's not on here anymore, but okay. Intuitive Goddess 333. And she's doing Angel Therapy 333. I've evolved past her. And if you're hearing this message, this is going to help you, because you have to do something. You talk to Archangel Shamuel. Archangel Shamuel brought us together. We are soul family, and he brought us together. And you were the only one who was given permission to help me with this journey. But because you were, I didn't know. I tried to reach out to you and keep it quiet, and I tried to like give you props, and I tried to be real. I tried to do it telepathically, but you weren't picking up on it, and I had to cut you off because you couldn't protect our connection. You were unable to protect our connection, and you actually ended up in a loop. All of your readings were reading the same. You're reading my karmics still, and you have to cut that shit off and evolve past that. And so I think you got left there. And I'm not listening. I've already solved the crime, solved the problem. I don't need that support anymore, like that, in that manner. So Empress Bella, I love you. I love you to life, girl. You fit from Philadelphia. Hugs, hugs when I can afford it. Whenever I can't afford it, I mean, I'm coming to hug you. I'm coming to hug you and bring you the biggest fucking bouquet of roses money can buy, because you're the only one who had permission, but you weren't strong enough. And you grew and you became stronger, but you had already been compromised. And so I had to go. And it was 5517 when I said that. 517 is one of the demons who was coming after me. So, Empress Bella, please clear your energy. Talk to Archangel Shamuel and make sure that there are no portals left open, or make sure that there's no shadows following behind that, or pretending to be something they are not, or whatever. You have to do what you got to do. I love you. I really, woo, girl, I love you. 55, 55, 55, when I said that, I love you. She's the only one who had my absolute permission. But like I said, because she was compromised and I watched her go through the spiritual warfare, and I did everything I could to protect her, but I could only do so much. Because she had permission to be in my energy, I did not have permission to be in hers. But unconditional love gets through any door. And so I got her through that, or she got herself through that. I didn't do shit. I loved her. She got herself through it, and I withdrew. And I was able to get what she was ordained to give me from everyone. And so the frequency, or the bandwidth, opened up to everyone else who wanted to ascend to the divine frequency. And so as I'm healing and repairing the grid, okay, because I'm a grid healer, I repair the grid. While I'm doing that, I'm making connections for other people to connect. 5717. And so other people are connecting. Other people are being able to pick up on my energy and to support and assist and angelically guide me. So this is when I pulled out of doing psychic tarot readings. I pulled out because I knew I had did a reading for the karmic. The karmics had tricked me, but God told me to already do it because it was actually going to be used to trick them. Do it. It is a trick. You are being tricked. Yes, this is what this is. Just do it and trust me. And it's just do it. We're going to use this for good. And so I did. And I had to bite the bullet. And I had to use that energy as fuel for my side to feed my own soul their bullshit. I had to eat it. So it was tough, but it sustained me. It nourished me. And so other readers have been able to pick up on the energy, but I watched it go from the lowest vibration to the highest. And I have, discernment has been like, whew, it's so essential and critical. If you don't have discernment, you can't make it through this navigation. And without being able to make it through this navigation, you cannot course correct. And the whole reason why you reincarnated is to course correct or soul correct. So this is henceforth why you do not want to get caught or trapped in any type of karmic cycle. You have to have self-awareness or you cannot navigate. Imagine if I didn't have that intelligence and I was to say, oh, she's been compromised and just take the next best thing. No, I would have been screwed. I would have been stuck right there, one hump over where I had to leave her. But I had to continue to use my discernment and I had to continue to elevate and allow the support that was coming in to also, if it wasn't elevating with me, if these readers or angelic guides, as I am, they were finally I was getting back what I had given the world. When I shut up, when I sat down and I shut up, I was finally getting it back. In my mind, I might be the most powerful person I know. In my mind, I might be the most intuitive person I know. In my mind, I might be the most psychic person I know. But that might be, a completely different story in your mind. You might be the most, and that's okay. I'm entitled to that. And so are you. It doesn't mean I'm right. It doesn't mean you're wrong. It means we got two powerful motherfuckers. Why aren't we helping each other? You're not better than me and I'm not better than you, but I'm better than me yesterday. And tomorrow I'm going to be better than I am today. And that ain't got shit to do with you. And if you feel compromised by that, that's your problem, not mine. So I learned to pick from the highest vibing frequency that supported where I was going, not where I was at or where I had been. So I learned to use tarot to help me. And I learned how to manipulate tarot. So if I want a reading or reader to say something, I learned how it can be done because I understood that it was being done to me. So I said, show me how. If you don't sit down and shut up, you are not teachable. You cannot learn. You have to sit down and you have to shut up. And so 010111 when I said that. When I made the decision to fall back, I did announce that on a live, which had been deleted. I was in the car and I remember Andrea Moe, my girl Andrea, was in that live with me. I remember that, and we were nonchalantly discussing that I'm a little freaked out because I'm under warfare and I don't really know. I'm just trying to love everybody. Like, what the fuck is this? And I gotta chill out for a minute because I gotta figure it out. And so I needed to pull back from the channel, and I kept having to pull back from the channel. And eventually I said, hey, look, I might need to do this for a year or 2 years. I don't know, but if you really love me and you really support me, I need you to just trust this and don't trust me, but trust the process. And I got to figure this out. And some of you really did. And some of you just sat there and believed and resonated with the energy that was being projected into the space that I created for me to grow. And that hurt because I didn't lose you. You walked away. You didn't trust the process. You lost me. And so I'm contemplating on, how do I move going forward, because I watched a lot of these tarot readers go under the same spiritual warfare. And I know a lot of it is because I asked for help from the spiritual community through the ethers, that I didn't want to read my own energy. I didn't want to be caught in that trap because that is a very deceptive, demonic thing to do. To sit and continuously read your own energy is very crazy. That is what psychopaths do. And I could never be that person. I never had the desire to read for myself. And I am uncomfortable just getting into somebody's energy. I need to have your permission. It needs to be clear on my conscience before I do any type of energy work on you. And then the energy work that I am going to do on you, if it doesn't raise both of us up, I'm not interested in investing, because we both have to be better as a result. I have to be mastering my craft, and you got to be healing whatever the issue was. So these people showed me the way as to their own level of discernment and their own level of growth. And so, it's the group is flatlined. And, the only one person that I don't trust her energy, but I appreciate it because I know she's not 100% trustworthy. I know that she's in the middle of, or maybe she's over the cusp of, or the hump of having successfully cleaned up her image after she was attacked and tarnished. But she's not 100% as innocent as she's painting herself to be. And I'm aware of all of the stuff that she's she used to do and who she used to be. And, that has nothing to do with who she is now, but I am comfortable with keeping space there because I know her potential and what she's capable of. And it wasn't very nice in the past. Let's just say that. All right. She was willing to get pretty dirty. And so, which was one of the reasons why I was triggered to pull back from YouTube. So I do want to come back to YouTube, but not until all of this is over. This is not over yet. I need to put the finishing touches on everything, but I have a request. Especially with Stephanie. Stephanie, I love you. I am so grateful. I'm so grateful to your guidance and your support. But I don't think you realize how much of a monitoring spirit energy that you still have not healed from your karmic past, and how much that it has affected and impeded on my private space. I cannot breathe without you posting a video about my breath. And I'm losing the privacy in the war because you are so invested on being the first one to publish this, being the first one to be right, to have the answer, to do this, to please God. Sometimes it's pleasing to God to respect other people's journey. And I need you to try to maybe get back into touch with that. You may have lost touch with that reality. The Bible is a tool. I have a whole lot of personal feelings about the Bible. I am really glad to have you as a resource to pull into that because, that's your thing. That's your niche. That's great. But I'm a whole lot older than that Bible. And I know a whole lot more than that Bible. And I know things I can't communicate. And and I'll probably never in this lifetime have the ability to articulate. But there are things that it's clear to me that you will never have access to or fathom. And so your desperation to be a part of this is, I appreciate that. But I want you to focus on your connection to source and your journey and you healing your trauma and what they did to you, because you're so focused on what they're doing to me. I can't breathe. You're stifling me by wanting to resolve this for me. You're not allowing me to do it for myself. You're not supporting me. You're trying to do it for me. And so it's triggering me to tell the truth about you, is that you are a monitoring spirit that, that's your dark energy. That's your Lilith. You're a monitoring spirit. So honestly, I don't say any of this to pick a fight or engage in any type of nonsense. I'm only speaking my authentic truth. I don't mean it to hurt anybody's feelings. I'm not trying to call anybody out. Please, I am not trying to stir up any shit. I'm speaking my truth. You need to accept it as truth. If you cannot handle that as truth, again, that is beep, 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 beep. That's your shit, not mine. Take it home. Go home with that. I have enough of my own. Get out of my energy. Get out of my energy! Get out of my energy! Get out! Stop trying to purposely see what the fuck I'm doing! It's not your business! There are only, sorry, there are only 5 to 7 women. Actual feminine women, real women, energies, who qualify for the title of divine feminine. The rest of you are karmic trash. Get out of the divine feminine energy and focus on your energy. You are not divine. If you were in the divine energy or on the divine path, you would be giving divine messages. But the fact that you keep on picking up on that karmic energy, the fact that you're focused on that karmic energy, the fact that you know what the karmic is doing, the fact that you are so tuned in to what the karmic is doing makes you karmic. So if anybody that you're listening to in your feeds, on your pages, your socials, whatever you're doing, whatever you're involved in, disconnect and disengage from that community and that environment and recognize a karmic when you see a karmic. Everything about the interactions within that space is going to result in a lesson. Somebody gets burned or everybody gets burned. If you want to be divine, you have to learn what is divinity. Divinity isn't, oh, in the name of the Lord, the Holy Spirit, and the Father, and the Son, and Jesus loves you, and peace. Fuck you. That ain't even real. That ain't real. That is not the divine spirit. That is a fucking devil and Prada. The Lord just told me. No, honey. The Lord didn't tell you anything. That's your ego talking. Because when the Lord speaks to you, it is already inside of you and it whispers very gently. And it doesn't tell you bad things about other people. And it doesn't give you ammo to load your gun. It gives you guidance to move in peace and safety. It gives you guidance very softly, very gently, to move along your path, to remove yourself. The only time God will scream at you is when you're not listening. And the scream will be, you get burned. So learn how to discern and get out of my energy and focus on yours. You are all suffering from mental illness because of your pursuit of what is the divine feminine. I'm the divine feminine. I'm on the divine path. And I'm divine this and I'm divine that. You're a fucking fraud. 444 when I said that. You're a fucking fraud. Especially the witch. The witch whose every response is a black magic quote from the Bible. Hey! Okay! You better watch out. Discernment is very much needed. There is only 517. So many aspects of the Bible that are pertinent to us. And if you don't have discernment in listening to those parables and applying, first of all, those parables don't directly apply to you. They apply to you indirectly through the bloodline and the lineage and the healing. The soul correction. We today are paying for the sins of the men of the beginning of time, because we as man, we are the same consciousness continuing to reincarnate as new people to continue to learn aspects of that lesson in various forms. And then we bring that information together as a collective and our hearts begin to beat as one heart. Our minds begin to think as one mind and we come back to the body of God. So get out of my energy. You are not divine. To be divine is to withdraw from the ego, to kill the ego, and to love and to nurture the soul. The goal here is to become one. It's also an agenda. Or is it? Because guess what? You're not paying attention. The karmic has an artificial replacement already up and running to defeat the one body that we become. And guess what you dumb motherfuckers are doing? You are training that entity how to defeat you by teaching it who you are. Everyone using AI is contributing to that. Everyone using AI is losing the ability to think for themselves. They are losing the ability to increase the crystallization within their own frequencies and brains. And they're losing the ability to telepathically communicate with others. So you don't need to know the information. You just need to be able to send a message and say, hey, I need to know this. Do you know? Send me. Tell me. Can you help? Nobody thought of that. You're so fucking low vibe. You're on the floor, sitting on the floor. Oh, 4 flat tires. Calling yourself down like, I'm down like 4 flat tires used to be one of my euphemisms. I'm down. I could be down like 4 flat tires. Or I can pump them motherfuckers up and ride on out. I do what I want to do. It's my world. But I'm true to the divine source code. And that doesn't mean that I've always been divine. It means my intention was always to be divine, to always be connected to source, to maintain that connection, to nurture and cultivate that connection, and to let others know that you can do this. I'm not the only one. I don't have to prove nothing to no one. I'm very happy where I exist. My life doesn't reflect what your life reflects because I don't value the things that you value. I got jewelry I don't wear. Well, I've given it away, most of it. I've given diamonds and gold and stuff away. I just don't wear it. I have so much, you know. Nothing really nice, but a couple things that I bought myself. I did get in the habit of loving myself. On Valentine's, I bought myself something jewelry, something diamond every Valentine's, you know, and I've pretty much given it all away. I feel like the only thing that is important is that connection. And I mean, material things it's nice to have things, and, it's not me. It never was. And when you, or when you realize where you are, I shouldn't, I should say, when you realize where you are within your perspective of how you stand within that perimeter there of being materialistic or not, accept it as your truth and love yourself right where you see yourself. And that's okay if it's good or bad, whichever way, left or right. If you're far too materialistic, you're going to have a lot of these problems. You're not going to be able to have that connection. You're not going to be able to recognize that connection. You might not even believe it's possible. And the truth is you're missing out on all of the things that I enjoy that you can't even comprehend. These people are trying to destroy me for this. Do you think there's probably about 5,000 people involved in all of the shit that has been done against me since I was 3 months old? Probably about 5,000 or more. And do you think for 1 minute any one of these people said, oh, we can't stop this bitch? We can't stop her. No, they just keep trying. They just keep insanity. They just keep trying. And the only thing that they don't know that I know is that little spark, that connection I have is the only thing that never lied to me. And I trust it. And so you can lie, and you can cheat, and you can steal, and you can hurt me, and you can abuse me, and you can go after my children, and you can do anything you want to do. But you will never, ever, ever, I don't care what it looks like, 1221, you will never defeat me. I'm not here for anything but to radiate that beam of light, whatever it looks like. And so whatever you contribute to receiving that light, you're going to get back. If you treat me like shit, I'm going to treat you like shit. If you treat me like gold, I'm going to treat you like gold. You're going to get what you give. But you are not connected to a divine source. If you are waking up and going to sleep, the only thing on your mind is how to take down a chosen one. How could you even think that you could wear this crown? How would you even think that you could have this? You could hold this, that you would be worthy of it. You're not worthy to be in my life. You're not worthy to be a part of this journey. You're not worthy to be a part of my life after this. If you had a hand in trying to take it down. So instead, focus your energy on yourself. And those of you who had a hand on helping me or helping the collective, because it ain't just about me. I'm only telling, this is me talking for myself, but the collective, some of you really are in the divine frequency, and some of you shined so bright, and some of you have no idea. I watched the warfare, and I could see it, but I can't say anything. It's not that they have, I'm sure they do have spell work on me but they can't, it doesn't do anything. I just choose not to speak. I choose to let you learn. I choose to let you crash. I choose to learn myself, because I too am having a human experience. And no matter how much gnosis I do or don't have, or believe that I remember or can tap into, or whatever my philosophy might be, whatever that status for me might be, nothing resounds more truthfully to me than I have to keep going. And I have to be willing to cut anything and anyone at any time. I don't care how much I love you. If you are going to interfere with that connection, you get cut, not my connection. Can you believe about 5,000 people since I was 3 months old have been trying to cut that fucking connection? 17, when I said that. Can't! You only make it stronger because you only prove me right. You only help me remember. I want to show you guys something. I'm looking at it. I don't think I'm ready to do that right now. It's coming. It's coming. It's coming. A couple cards just fell. Look at this. Jealous and envy. Visions. Look within for answers. Your inner vision holds profound insights. I see the jealousy and the envy. I see it in abundance. It's blocking the abundance. I only came here to love. I came to teach love. I came to be 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 loved. 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 So what's your problem now? What's your problem? How does me doing what I'm doing affect you? So you stole from me. Why didn't you leave me alone? Why not steal my shit and leave me in poverty? And let God bless me. Why did you have to fucking torture me my whole life? Only to find out that you ain't shit. That you ain't more powerful than God. Only to find out that my God is bigger than your demons. Only to find out that how he loves me is something that you might have forfeited for your whole life. That's the other card. Accept the apology you never got in the reverse. You want to apologize for blocking my abundance because I can see the truth that you're jealous and envious? You blocked my money. You fucked with my money. I had the most humiliating experience last week. I had to buy dog food with quarters. But you know what? I bought the dog food with quarters. The dogs are not hungry. Okay? And I still got more quarters. So I still win. I still win. I face my worst fear, not having any money, thanks to all of your spell work. It's embarrassing to my dogs that I have to feed them that shit food. Like I feel so bad, like a bad dog mom. Sorry, I gotta feed you this shit. But we'll get through this. If you have great intentions for me, I'd appreciate. No, don't even send me a donation. God has got me. I don't need nothing from nobody. But yes, they fucked with me so bad. When I got gang stalked off of the last job, I just said, fuck it. I'm not working. I'm not working. And I haven't worked. And there was absolutely no money coming in. And that's okay. I'm fine with that. I have work coming up, but I'm taking a break. I had to let go of what was not serving me, and a lot of that was not serving me was basically some of you, some of you, and holy fucking shit! I am the high priestess of visions. You know, I never walked around saying, "Oh, I'm gifted, I'm a prophet." But when people attacked me and tried to call me crazy, I did try to justify me knowing things. I did try to say a little bit, yeah, I'm telling you, I know what I'm talking about, but I didn't bodaciously go out there and try to force who I am on anybody. I just stood in my truth. And my truth brought a rising against me so fucking foul. Standing in my truth put suicidal people at risk of potentially actually killing themselves because the one person that they guided to surrender to, the one person who showed up in their life on their news feed talking about pure love, healing, feeding the soul. God sent me to these people. And you took that from those people. You did it to a lot of people. And there's a lot of people on my Instagram page that are afraid to support and connect me because they don't know if this is karma. They don't know if I've done something to deserve this. And it isn't until now that they're finding out, no, I'm not a victim, but I was victimized. God used me to take down this cult. I'm taking down this cult. And I'm not doing it alone. We're doing it together. Those of you who have been able to level up and ascend, you're reading the cards. I'm doing the physical work. We're doing this together. And it will be done because that was my mission. That is the mission for Stephanie Core. Separate from Hades. To reject and renounce my Freemasonry. I was forced into it by blood and by spirit. I didn't know I was a Mason. We all are sort of Masons. We're all builders. But like the organization Freemasonry, I didn't even know I was. I am beyond elite. I am an elitist creator. I was told and showed a path where in the 1700s, I fucking had something to do with it. They kept showing me 1750. Now I have pain right here, 1759. And so, it's stupid, and it's bullshit, and it's demonic. And I have forgiven myself for every moment of my past existence that I ever participated in that fuckery. Anything that has to be kept a secret is a lie. And everything that the Freemasons have built Freemasonry on is an illusion. And in this lifetime, I was able to go over that knowledge. So I don't even know. I'm not in the Masonry. I don't have any knowledge of it from this lifetime, except for what I'm experiencing it spiritually and energetically and through my blood. So if I would say, yes, I'll be a Mason, I will have all the fucking badges and all, I will have everything. And the biggest guy in the whole fucking thing has to be cut his head off. That's my chair. But that organization is Hades. And this is their home. And I am here to evict them. Yang, ready for change. You will no longer be the independent organization. You will no longer be allowed to keep your secrets. Your secrets have been exposed. The whole organization is a play on the mind. It is necromancy, fraud. In fact, without the help of evil dead spirits, the Freemasons are capable of zilch, zip, zero, nada, nothing. Why do you think they play on fear? You have to sign a contract in blood that binds you for all of eternity because they have no value. They have no value. They're worthless. They have no worth. And they are ready for change. And you want me to run your organization? You all have to cut your own heads off first. Prove to me you won't change. Because to force me to become a Freemason, you never even asked me who the fuck I am. It's too much disrespect. We're not even talking about the list of RICO charges. So, nope, you won't be calling me crazy. Nope, you won't be proving me crazy. Nope, you won't be hurting my children anymore. Nope, you won't be stealing from me anymore. Nope, you won't be rallying people against me like you did outside yesterday. Nope, nobody believes you anymore. Nope, there's no more. You dried up all my money, baby. Guess what? All yours is getting ready to be dried up. And just as yours dries up, I'm sure I'll be blessed. Listen, that was embarrassing. $7 dog food? Well, $8 and some change for a little bag? That was embarrassing. But you know what? Fucking what? Look at this shit. And something else is upside down. Yin, ready for change. Hold on. Something else is upside down. What was it? Page of Swords. And it says, someone is playing games. You must seek the truth. Look at this. I've already gotten to it. I've already gotten to the bottom of the truth. The truth is you're fucking jealous and envious. You've been obsessively watching me, and you're sick, and you're psychotic, and you're crazy because you think you can have something that belongs to me. It's mine. You can't have it. I've already done the work. It's mine. And I am ready for change. And so is the feminine collective. She is tired of the masculine oppression. She's tired of the masculine exploitation. Because if you hadn't been exploited, you wouldn't be worthless like you are. Now you're just a bunch of wannabe faggot bitches. Your dick doesn't even hold any fucking value for you anymore. You almost mean nothing to the feminine anymore. You're losing and have lost so much value. You've compromised your own integrity. You've compromised your own masculinity. And then you fail to protect the feminine. And you don't understand why she won't change. You played games. But she, nor I, played a single fucking game. I never played not one game with any of you. But every relationship I had ended with some bullshit. Every friendship I had ended with some bullshit. Every family member I have, I cut them off because of some bullshit. And you know what? I am the problem. I'm amazing. I'm beautiful. I'm honest. I love. I give. I help. I heal. I walk in and the whole room changes. Everything shifts. People come to me. They don't need to know me. People just come to me and pour their hearts out to me. People know my anointing. They know my blessings. But you are hell-bent and committed to denying and rejecting and even dishonoring it. But you can't understand why your life is in such turmoil. And why I sit here in what looks like turmoil. But I'm very much in peace. Because I don't need the things that you need to feel whole. My heart is whole. I love myself. You don't love yourself, so you can never see that I love myself, nor love me back, nor help me love another. Going out there in service. You can't even do that. No, you gotta do caravan trains in the front of Angie's house, and let's energy harvest off of Angie and see what Angie's doing. You're sick, really sick, really sick, and it frightens me as to how long it's taken for other people to see that about you, to help me stop this shit. That's how sick you are. You've weaved so many really intricate webs. I wish you had the audacity one day to put that energy into yourself. If you loved yourself as much as you loved trying to destroy me, you'd be fucking amazing. You might actually be on this journey with me. You might actually be someone in my life I could trust. You are who you are. You are where you are as a result of that, and so am I. And the work that y'all have 3313 when I say the work that y'all have. And 3313 is an indicative number of a fucking group contract. Woo! 3333. 33, it was 3313, 3333 right now. You came together to destroy me. And guess who got destroyed? Come clap. Come clap. Come clap for the morons. Clap for the morons. Clap for them. Whoop, for the morons. Whoop. I'm so proud of you, you fucking moron. You fucked your life up trying to fuck up mine. Well, go fix it and stay the fuck away from my house, me, my children, my dream, my destiny, my customers, my clients. The world needs me. And I'm here for that. So get the fuck out of my way or get stepped on. I'm pressing charges to the full extent of the law applicable to everyone involved. Everyone, one by one. If you live to make it to prosecution. My ancestors don't want that. My ancestors just want to wipe everybody. I like that idea because I did feel like that at one time. I like that idea. But not everybody deserves that. Some people deserve to try again. Some people deserve to see who they've become because of a little bit of jealousy and envy. Some people deserve to see the truth about themselves. Some people don't. Some people are too far gone and they just simply need to be exterminated, and they will. And I hope we can keep that to a very short list of people. It's not my responsibility. Wrath is God's responsibility, not mine. Neither is vengeance. There's no room for that in my heart. I'm programmed to love. There was an old program inside of me. I could have been a serial killer. I could have been a killer. Could have been a mass killer. I don't know. I don't have any problem killing every single one of these people. I don't. I do have a problem dishonoring God and dishonoring my soul and dishonoring my journey and my path and dishonoring my children. And even if my mother is trying to have me killed, I psychologically couldn't leave this world knowing that, or leaving her knowing that she made me a killer. I couldn't give her that joy. So those things, those characteristics will never, I don't have the capacity to give birth to that or feed that, nurture that. It's not who I am, but I understand where it comes from. And I love that part of myself. I don't run from that. I embrace that part of myself. And there was a very angry part of myself that was triggered because of you, because all I did was love you. All I did was support you. All I did was help you grow. All I did was show you the truth. All I did was seek the truth. All I did was be myself. All I did was be fucking great. And even if I wasn't the best, I was my best. Even if I didn't give you the best, I gave my best. Even if I didn't give you what you needed from me, I gave all I could. And because you're a narc, it was never enough. And I've sat in silence for nearly 50 years, being like focused on myself, not broken down, but broke, not quite working to full capacity, not quite happy, but happy. But I was still never where you thought I was. And I was never where you left me. And I was never going to be the person that you were painting me out to be. And so you have to sit with that. And I don't really want you to come back. I don't really need fake ass apologies. Because just like I saw the truth to uncover the lies, hello, I can see your fake ass apology. So don't think for 1 minute that I can't. Don't think I won't call it out. Don't come any fucking weird near me with some bullshit. Don't fucking come trying to save face. Don't come trying to make it right. Don't come trying to make it look good. I will squash the fucking shit out of you. Everybody's been set up by spirit. Everybody's been set up by spirit. So you better act accordingly. You better find your most authentic space because you're going to be exposed by everybody you worked so hard to convince about us. It's going to be ugly. So be careful how you move. Any advice? Any advice moving forward? All ego, no intuition in the reverse. Follow your intuition and trust your intuition. Kill your ego. It's a metaphor. And it's a euphemism. And it's fucking powerful as fuck. Especially if you apply it to your life. If you are willing to kill your ego instead of trying to kill me, who came to save you, you'll be okay. Life will start to come back into a really good thing for you. Third party situation, it needs to be released. And that's a third party. That's whoever the fuck is the karmic in your life. You need to do some research. You can sit on the fucking internet and look up my YouTube channel and stalk me. Then you can get on the internet and look up what is the classification of a third party. What is the classification of a karmic situation? What is the classification or the characteristics of a karmic family? How do I identify what is karmic? This is what you need to be researching instead of looking up what the fuck is Angie B doing today. I am a high-level feminine. And you are a low-level feminine doing karmic shit, trying to pretend to be high-level. You want people to believe and think that you are high-level, but you're not. You're still out here doing karmic shit. Oh my God. This is all about blocking the twin flame journey. It's all about the confusion. Somebody wants to clear up the confusion, maybe the twin flame, trying to block your protection, trying to block you from seeing the truth, and they want to return with some sort of abundance. This is a twin flame. If it's my twin flame, sure, I'll listen to you. I'll hear you. I'll hear you, because I know who I am. But if you have a third party, I mean, I got a list of things, and I'm not going to go through it here because you're not finna set me up. But showing up at my house, trying to force me to listen to you, is going to get you arrested. And I'm going to press charges to the full extent of law for stalking and harassment. This is the most heinous disrespect. You selfish motherfucker. I don't care if you see the light and you know that you're wrong. I don't give a fuck. You don't keep doing wrong to make it right. My mom used to say, 2 wrongs don't make it right. No, but sometimes three wrongs do. So don't put me in that position. Fix this shit. You need to flip the script on yourself instead of trying to flip it on me. Is there anything else I need to know? There's too many cards. I'm not reading all that. Manifest. Oh, yeah, I'm not. Oh. Wheel of Fortune. Hierophant blocked. 5 of Wands. Conflict. No, I'm not even fucking looking at this shit. Man, fuck you. Look. No. I'm going to focus on this. This is your demise. No. That's, no. I'm not even going to read that. I'm going to focus on this. Keep my name out your mouth because you don't even know my name. Delete my channel from your playlist because you're not welcome here. Stop talking about me. You didn't make me. God did. I did. Stay away from me. I don't like you. I don't trust you. And the trash has already been taken out. If you missed your bus, that's your problem, not mine. Moving forward, I am willing, If you want to give me a genuine, sincere apology, give me concrete evidence to prosecute everyone involved with, I'll be willing to talk to you and maybe work something out where we can have a safe space. But if you're not willing to do that, you're going to have to betray everybody, including yourself, and admit the fucking truth. And you're going to have to do the right thing and fix this for real, for real. And without that, we don't have anything to discuss. And I'm not interested in your apology or explanation or feelings or anything associated or connected to you in any way, shape, or form. If it's my way or the highway this time, okay? And that's for everyone involved. And that I've heard that my whole life. Oh, it's my way or the highway. Well, fuck you. It's my way or the highway this time. And if you don't like it, don't even fucking step this way, bitch. You can't handle that. Because I don't need you, and I don't want you. I have everything I need in source. Everything. Everything. I have the universe. Why the fuck would I need you? No. Yeah, you're dismissed.